Hey everyone, it's me, your Dungeon Master, Peak, with a pre-episode mid-roll. There's nothing important to announce, just a reminder to follow us on socials at DNDQAU on Twitter and Facebook, and head over to patreon.com/DNDQAU for some goodies. The following episode was recorded live at PAX Australia earlier this month. We're putting it up now because some of us are on holidays, but we'll be back to streaming live on Twitch next week on Tuesday. This show was my favorite that we've ever done live on a stage, and yes, that includes the Halloween musical with the singing French Spider-Woman. In terms of world canon, as the Grand Architect of xan'moxie, I've decreed that this episode and all future live episodes exist in some kind of pseudo-soft canon. It's canon unless something else from a regular episode contradicts it. So sit back, relax, and let the good dice roll.
And now, for our regular scheduled programming. Let's see what's happening in the magical metropolis of xan'moxie in this thrilling installment of Dungeons & Drag Quiz!
Hello, PAX! Yep, that's it.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying back so late. I'm very tired. I'm sure you are as well.
But you're in for a soothing night of D&D.
ASMR. No. So why don't we get right into it?
Yeah.
So our story today begins, as usual, in the marvelous metropolis of xan'moxie, a magical city of glitz and glamour in the center of the multiverse. Today, our few heroes are just waking up. And you feel a pounding in your heads. Ooh. And you realize you are all incredibly hungover.
Checks out.
And you look around, and for one, you can see each other.
Oh, that's nice.
Of course, you live in separate homes, but here you are all together, and surrounding you is an unfamiliar setting. It looks like a beautiful, opulent room. Everything is gilded in gold and marble, and yet everything's a mess. There are empty cocktail glasses, empty wine bottles, bit of broken glass. Curtains have fallen down. It looks like there was some kind of party here.
I think we've been robbed.
Sorry.
It's the only explanation for why this happened, I think.
Tom's not capable of that. They would have climbed that curtain like a natural. It's clearly fallen off.
Are you saying I'm not very good at climbing?
Quite the reverse. I was saying you were good at climbing, and therefore the curtain wouldn't have...
Right, I'll allow it.
Okay. Where are we?
Is this my house?
This is not your house.
This is not my house.
Cleo, even your opulent mansion, the Fallcharges estate, is nowhere near as extravagant as this room.
I'm offended.
The three of you are all dressed as if you were attending some kind of high-class soiree. What are you wearing?
Miriam is wearing the exact same Park Rangers outfit, except instead of a scout scarf, she's got a velvet green bow tie.
And how was your...
Thank you.
And Miriam, how has your night of debauchery ruined that outfit somehow?
The bow tie is undone.
Sultry.
My go? Mm-hmm. So I've worn a dress that's incredibly like you know, one of those big puffy ball gowns, but I wanted to show off how much I could afford fabric, so it's extra puffy. So now instead of just being out to here, it's just kind of seeped up, and I look like I'm playing that like football game where you all get in the bubbles and like run into each other. I'm just a fluff ball of dress.
And how does it look now the day after?
There's some stains on it, but in that kind of way where you're not sure if it's like, oh, have they spilt something, or is this like art? You know what I mean?
Tom is wearing a full three-piece tuxedo.
Ooh.
And there's a big old burn mark around here, and now you can see down to where he's left his chef's whites underneath. Just in the middle.
Just in case you needed to be a surprise chef.
It's happened before.
Are you still wearing the hat?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, so you awake in this magnificent room. You're all dressed like this, and everything is in tatters all around you. And yeah, you're feeling a bit queasy, a bit nauseous, and you don't know where you are. What do you do?
Well, what if we retraced our steps? Surely we entered the room in some sort of way. Logically.
I presume there was a doorknob mechanism in which we reached out, pulled down, and pushed, or pulled.
I assume that we used the back entrance.
It's a good assumption.
It's happened before.
Look, we look around the room for doors.
Why don't we roll a perception check?
Ooh, watch
First
out.
roll of the game, of the game.
I got 12.
Uh-huh.
I also got 12.
Watch out.
Coming for
I
my
got
gig.
5.
Yeah.
Great. Now, that was just a calibration roll. You didn't need to roll to see the door. There is one there. Down a very, very long corridor with marble tiles. It's the door to this room, it looks like. And there appears to be a slip of paper that has been slipped underneath the door.
We begin our adventure walking down the long marble corridor.
Some moments later, you reach the threshold of the door, and this piece of paper says, thank you for your stay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peak. Miriam would like to read it out loud if you could just use my voice.
Okay. It says here, thank you for your stay here at the Bacchanalia Grand. Before departing, please pay what you owe to the business, 50,000 xan'moxie in damages and minibar expenses.
Minibar expenses?
There's always a rip-off. I never fall for them.
Sorry, I thought they were free.
No. If we don't remember anything, then they can't prove anything. I think.
That checks out.
Sound logic. I go to open the door.
The door opens. You don't have to look at me every time you do anything.
I'm just so scared.
Sure, you open the door and you find yourself in a, it looks like a hotel floor. But all around you, there are people just passed out. This looks like it was a wild night of partying. People have passed out holding drinks. Spills everywhere.
I quietly close the door. What was that?
That was a lot. Did you recognize anyone?
No. Nothing.
I didn't do it to them. It was clearly something they were drinking. What we were drinking. Why were we in another room?
Well, why are we awake then and they're not?
Our superior constitutions. And she pumps her muscles.
Well,
Let's see if they're still there. And then I open the door again.
yep, the people are still passed out.
Yep.
You look left and right, and you see this floor extends almost endlessly in both directions.
And it's full of people.
Full of people just passed out, some of them in piles.
Are they wearing nice clothes also?
Yes, they are.
Do any of them have any bags or whatever?
Why don't you roll me an investigation check there, Tom?
I'd like to see if I also have my equipment with me.
You do not. Miriam, you realize that you don't have any of your equipment. You don't have your scrying orb, which of course is your communication smart device. And you don't have your weapons.
My hammer! She screams,
You're not even wearing your
kneeling on the floor.
You're not even wearing your planar hiking boots.
My precious boots. I wouldn't change them for anything. I had to put on this ridiculous tie.
You realize you're wearing tissue boxes.
That checks out.
Do I have my cane?
You do not?
My staff?
Nope.
My wand?
No.
Do I have my ladle?
Sorry?
My ladle.
No ladle. None of your cook's utensils.
Blimey.
Sorry, you were also investigating something,
Yeah, I
Tom.
got a 16.
With a 16, you spend some time rifling through the belongings of these passed out people.
That also
and
checks out.
you can, most of them also don't have very much on them. Like, no wallets, no anything, no scrying orbs. You do discover a crumpled piece of paper in somebody's pockets, and it looks like an invite.
To...
You'll have to read it, Tom. You should use your voice, though.
Oh, great. It says, you are cordially invited to
I think you
the
do it better than I
Bacchanalia
do.
Grand to celebrate the loving engagement of Park Ranger Cyrena and Don Dionasty.
Does that mean she got out of the water?
Park Ranger Cyrena, I work with her. She's like a nymph person?
Yeah, she's like a mer person.
Mer person,
Yeah,
right.
like people legs, but she's got blue skin, gills.
Ah, Cyrena. Always one for an awkward social engagement. I don't like to muss things up, so I tend to just reply as attending to all of her invites.
What'd you bring us for then?
Why did I accept?
Social padding.
Right.
That sounds uncomfortable in every sense of the word.
That's my experience. Cyrena. Okay, well, I don't remember her family being this wealthy, but I suppose that's possible.
Well, it's not. They charged the bill to us.
True. Opulence is best when it's not charged at others' expenses.
Amen.
Could you all make me a history check?
Oh, yes. Does it have to do with stone?
It does not.
Okay.
Your stone cunning is of no use here, Miriam
The
Gargoyles.
history of stones. I got 17.
Uh-huh.
I got 19.
Yes.
13.
So, Tom and Cleo, you realize you've put two and two together. The Bacchanalia Grand is one of xan'moxie's most prestigious hotels, and it is owned by the archfey of wine and party time, Don Dionasty. The name written on the invitation.
Oh, I remember this now.
It's Don.
Dionasty.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. One time, I saw him in a restaurant, and I was like, that's Don Dionasty from the Dionasties.
And it was my restaurant, and he was ordering a toasty that had some cheese on it and a xan tomato, and he said, hold the ham.
Memories.
I haven't met Dom.
Well, maybe you did. Maybe we all did. Maybe we all had toasties with him.
Maybe there's a little bit of Don in all of us.
I certainly hope not.
Okay, so knowing what we know now, aka the wedding party? No. Yeah, is it a
Yeah.
wedding? Was it a wedding invitation?
Engagement party.
Engagement party, sorry. We can look for the bride and groom to be. And I would also look to, because it's a rich place, right?
Extremely.
Extremely rich. I would like
afford
to
it.
look for one of those like ornamental kind of shield and like sword things like on a wall somewhere, and I'm going to pull off the sword.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Just roll a d20 for me to see if that exists or not. Ooh.
It's 16.
Sure, I called evens. There is.
Okay.
The hilt is shaped like a goblet with the blade coming out of it.
I don't fill it with wine. Yet. Okay, cool.
This is a great sword. If
great.
You need to know that.
I do.
Are there any vases with flowers in them?
Sure.
I grab a vase.
They're pretty big.
I grab it with 2 hands.
Should make me a stealth check. Sorry, strength check, rather.
I got a good old 6.
It does not budge.
You all right there, Cleo?
This is the good stuff. They got good quality vases here.
Was there any food or like a kitchen nearby?
You can only see this hotel floor, but you have not seen the rest of the hotel.
So none of the food was served in this area.
We're taking a Minecraft approach where we get all our goods before dark. Yeah.
Not that you can see, Tom.
So maybe there must be a reception, right?
Sure.
I don't know. My staff usually deal with this. This is a legitimate question. Is there a reception to these edifices?
Yes. I suppose if we just walk around, we'll continue to find other rooms and, well, actually, we could try and wake someone up. Let's do that.
I kick someone.
Whoa.
Sure.
Pent up anger from the vase.
You managed to... Oh, boy. You managed to...
Murder someone.
You managed to rouse someone. Who are they? What do they look like?
Their name is Professor Professorson. And they run a hamster selling business.
A prestigious one.
Yeah. Gold-plated hamsters.
You see this man curled up in a comfortable fetal position, clutching one of these gold-plated hamsters. And he was rudely awoken by you. And, why is it so bright out?
Do you remember why you're here?
Who are you?
Why, that's Cleo, of course. Cleo Fallcharges. Hi, I'm Miriam Gargoyles.
Cleo. Thank you so much for... Look, I didn't think I'd ever pay off my daughter's student loans, but, you just gave me so much money.
What?
Yeah, you said, no, Professor Professorson, you're my new friend, and I want your children's tuition paid for.
What?
And then you called your house, your estate, and you had the funds wired through.
She clutches. She's now wearing pearls. She clutches her pearls.
You can check and see if you believe him.
Oh, yeah. I would just react instantly. I don't need to believe. It's such an abhorrent thing to me. I just, start, going against a wall,
Do I believe, Professor?
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Thank you so much for what you've done for my family.
I'll tell you if you should be thankful in a 17.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Very benevolent of you, Cleo.
Come to think of it, I believe you were also going to give me some dollars.
Don't push your luck.
All right.
Do you remember what happened before you collapsed on the floor in this dramatic style with your only gold-plated hamster?
I remember dancing and, I can't remember much else. I mean, you just gave me... it's all I can think about. There's so much. Mr. Snuffles here. I remember being protective of him for some reason. I think I saw something lurking around. I thought it might have been a predator or something.
You're right. We should ask Mr. Snuffles. Is Mr. Snuffles conscious?
He is now rousing.
Okay, I give him a little chin tickle.
Oh.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
He wakes up.
Great. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Sure. What does it look like when Miriam casts this spell?
Okay, so it's possibly in bad taste, but she gets out some black chalk and then puts on a black nose and then some whiskers and pauses halfway through at Tom and is like, it's part of the spell, and continues doing it, and then she starts to chitter in hamster speak.
What are you saying to Mr. Snuffles?
Mr. Snuffles, what happened? You were unconscious on the floor.
Don't call me that. My name is Reginald.
Oh, Reginald, I had no idea. What do you call that guy? I point at Professor Professorson.
That's my manservant.
Of course. Reginald, what happened?
What do you mean? I've just been carried around on my palanquin all night while you disgusting 2 feet have been engaging in debauchery and drinking. I've been jealous. I've had nothing to drink.
Excuse me, what you call me?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, this is just a conversation between us animals.
Well, I overheard something about 2 feet and I'm offended.
I believe you may know a few words in hamster.
So you haven't seen anything, Reginald? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I've seen a lot of things. It was a very long night.
Sure, but something that would make you truly terrified. Something that would make you fear for your life.
I wasn't afraid. My manservant simply was. But I think there was something lurking in a small, shadowy thing hunched over about half your height. Saw it lurking in the shadows, maybe in the air ducts. I heard it rattling around.
I relay that to the others. A small, shadowy thing inside an air duct.
Like charity, and I vomit into a vase.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
All right. Well, I think that's all we're getting out of Mr. Snuffleson. I mean, Reginald.
Thank you. Well, if that's everything, I'd like to return to my nap.
Please.
I'm like, 1 minute.
I tuck him into the palanquin. What?
Oh, that's cute. I say 1 minute, and I grab...
There doesn't appear to be any palanquin. It's just the hands of Professor.
Oh, right. I just tickle his chin.
Yes, very good. You looking for work?
See how this night goes. I'll get back to you.
I use Professor Professorson's sleeve to wipe the vomit from around my mouth.
Well, I suppose that's the least I can do.
Shh, now, child.
All right, well, I suppose we've got a lead. We should look to the dark, shadowy thing now that we've got weapons. And I hold out my sword.
And I hold out nothing?
Same.
Okay, cool. Head over to the... Actually, that's a good point. Have you seen our equipment? I'm not speaking to Reginald. I'm talking to his master, slave.
No, haven't the foggiest.
All right. To the great it is.
So whereabouts is the nearest air duct from where we are?
Further up the corridor, just around a corner, you see there is a little grate up, just above Cleo's height.
I push it.
It's more of a pull situation.
Well, always with the push and the pull.
If you look closely, it does say pull.
And I pull.
Why don't you go ahead and make me an athletics check?
I'm going to fail at pulling. Story of my life.
Pull with your elbows.
I got a 13.
You managed to pull it off, but you get that bit of a head spin when you've risen too quickly. You are still very
From
hungover.
standing?
You're just exerting
Head rush.
yourself.
Okay,
Again, you're
head rush.
very hungover.
Yeah, fair.
That's true.
That's fair.
What's Cleo's drink of choice?
A squirrel martini. I tried to make it fantasy, and I just got barbaric. But it's the brand. The squirrel is the brand of lemonade. So it's just lemonade. And she hold the martini. So it's squirrel martini, hold the martini. So it's lemonade.
How are you hungover?
Oh,
You know what? You don't recall, actually. Does
No.
Cleo not drink normally?
No.
Well, yeah, then you think that this is very odd.
I just, put it down to having to talk to people who are poorer than me. It's very draining.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, you pull the grate clean off. And it looks maybe a bit too small for the three of you to crawl through.
Like for each of us? Like none of us can get in there?
Sorry?
Like none of us can get in there?
No, it's. I think Tom is probably the smallest out of the three of you. And even then, it'd be a tight squeeze.
Well, I test with my whiskers. Ain't gonna fit.
If only one of us could summon a celestial entity that could navigate through that tiny portal.
Yes, if one of us could... I can!
That's right.
And I call upon my sprite, which I've yet to name.
Yeah, you summon your celestial wisp, a fragment of your patron celestial being, and it blinks into existence. A floating golden eye with 4 feathery wings, no larger than a fist.
Aww.
I suppose you could call it Celeste.
I'm going to call it Sandra.
A nice fantasy name. So this show was like soft canon, but like you hadn't named it yet, so now this is canon. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you summon Sandra, and there's just a low heavenly chorus as she appears.
Sandra, how are you, darling?
Hello.
I don't think we've ever had a conversation.
No, you've not summoned me since I've been put into your service.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess this is my voice now.
Yes, this is canon. And I point to a picture that is a canon to justify the reference in the reality of the universe.
I love nautical painting.
Yes, me too. We'll get along just fine.
What do you need from me, boss?
You're weirdly British now. I can deal. Can you have a wander around up there and see what's going on?
Sure thing.
So I've got Voice of the Chainmaster as well, which allows me to like sense Sandra's senses.
Sure, yeah. So you warg into Sandra as she flies into the vent, looking around.
What does Cleo look like when she's out? Is it just like normal, or you're like eyes wide, or?
No, she's just like resting bitch face.
She just looks angry. Okay, great.
You vacantly glare into the air vent as your familiar flies through a labyrinthine twist and turn. Could I get you to make me a perception check since you going through her senses?
18.
You
Go,
hear
Sandra.
the sound of a distant clinking and the slow patter of feet, small feet.
Hello. Oh, is it weird to do my voice through the sprite? Do you want me to do your voice, Sandra? I don't know. I've never controlled a familiar.
This is fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're fine.
It's like I'm standing in front of a speaker. It's
Okay.
vibrating.
Okay, you vibrate. Little creature.
And you hear the sound of something knock over. Could you make me just a general intelligence check?
Oh, natural 20.
Oh. It sounds like a pile of glossy crystalline objects that were in a pile with a natural 20. Just was knocked over and something is running
Towards or away?
away.
Come back, little thing! And I try and follow the sound.
Yeah,
from
sure.
my-
Make me an athletics check for Sandra. I think she has her own stats. If there's no athletics listed, just add her strength.
Ooh, unnatural 20.
Ooh, all right.
Damn.
Roll just in case it's 20, but I think you're good. Yeah. So your familiar zooms through this air vent, and you careen past what appears to be a pile of scrying orbs that has just been knocked over in this little. It looks like some kind of nest has been made here, and you follow the sound of this creature running away, and you're catching up, and it looks like some kind of impish creature running away. You see a frayed tutu and a devilly tail as she's flapping frantically, and she lands and begins running and then flaps again, and she looks back and, "You'll never take my orbs, my precious, precious orbs."
Oh, this is deeper than I thought. I don't want your orbs. Really, have the orbs. I'm fine for
She
orbs.
turns around and sees.
Can we cut back to Tom? Sorry.
We cut back to Tom.
Tom and Miriam. She's muttering something about zorbing. I can't tell.
I heard that maybe there's something crystal up there, and I want it.
You've got excellent hearing, Tom.
I do. I'm a cat.
I wonder if she'll feel anything if we poke her. We start poking Cleo.
She looks mad at us. Well,
No,
actually, mad at the world.
I'd say the latter.
We cut back to Cleo in Sandra's mind, and you feel like a prodding, a slight prodding, but you see this creature turn around. You see her in a full glory. She appears to be an imp wearing, again, a dirty tutu and nothing else. And she sees Sandra, sizes her up, and then charges towards you.
No, run the other way. I preferred it that way.
She looks to go for a bite. What is your AC?
15.
This creature leaps at Sandra, but you dodge.
Don't you bite my familiar, you unfamiliar imp.
Boblina will get you! Boblina will get you!
What was your name, sorry?
Boblina!
Boblina. Boblina, die! And I go for an attack. I just go for a custom action you've made for Sandra.
Yes, Sandra begins glowing with celestial golden light. Why don't you make me an attack roll?
Oh, 11?
That is not enough. A bolt of light erupts from Sandra's eye, and Boblina just jumps away and begins flying in the other direction.
So where we just came from?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I charge.
And
You could come back and tell us any time.
I don't know where I am.
She's never done it before. That's fine.
yeah, sure. I guess we're just in like soft initiative here. So why don't you go ahead and make an attack roll if you're still trying to attack her.
Oh, yeah. And there you go. That is 23.
That's going to hit. Roll damage.
Anyone else do that when they're playing D&D? Pokemon battle music? Yep. I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. Oh boy.
3?
3 damage?
Yeah.
Yep.
Take that.
You hit her right in the head, and she makes a Constitution save, and she looks a bit woozy for a second, and then she continues flying, and she does not get very far.
Then I light her again.
Sure.
Are you chasing after her as well?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, so how this plays out is this imp is just flying through this air vents while a
like,
golden
pew,
eye
pew,
is just
pew.
shooting lasers.
And I'm yelling pew.
In Cleo's voice?
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, great.
And she got a natural 1 on a Constitution save. So with one of these lasers, she is engulfed in golden light.
Laser
and is
beams.
knocked unconscious.
I wish we had some bearing on what was happening in there and we'd be able to provide advice.
Didn't hear anything after I heard the crystal.
Oh, well, I guess it's all going well.
I suppose so. She still looks pretty mad at the world.
That's our Cleo.
And yeah, you're still just looking at an unconscious imp bathed in golden light.
Can Sandra drag the imp?
No, she is this big, and she has tiny feathery wings.
Hey, I don't want to judge Nazai. Maybe she could be stronger than all of us put together. She's got a higher strength than Cleo's. All right, so, well, I didn't think this, Can I communicate using PAX to change back to these guys, or does it stop?
Oh, you can just go in and out of this at any time.
Anytime.
We're right here.
Poke, poke, poke.
Muy
Poke,
good
poke.
to know. Hello.
What happened?
I was small and now I'm big.
You look much happier.
There was an imp in a tutu
Where?
up there in the things, and they had scrying orbs, and it said, "My name's Babina, and you're not going to grab the orbs." And I was like, I could afford any orb I wanted to, and it was like, meh. Then it came for me, and I was like, oh no. And then it was like, ah! And then I was pew pew pew.
So this happened directly above us.
Ooh, somewhere. I didn't really keep track of where I was turning.
You should probably
Neither did
find
I.
that out.
And what was the imp wearing? I assume it had apparel.
A tutu.
Ah, That makes sense.
Not a 1-1.
Was it clean?
No, it was a bit dirty.
Checks out.
Good to get closure.
So that's where all the scrying orbs are.
Okay, well, maybe if we could somehow retrieve Boblina, whatever, we could get answers.
We just can't fit. So we just tear down all the air ducts?
Can you not maybe find out what part of the building the air duct's in? And we could maybe go there, couldn't we?
Good idea.
Isn't it?
Cleo, you don't think you went that far with Sandra? And you didn't see any other vents?
I tell Sandra, I go back to Sandra, it's like, please hold the line, Miriam and Tom.
Okay.
And then I'm back. Sandra, it's me again. Pew pew! Remember the good old times of the memory we just shared because we just met each other?
No, you can telepathically communicate with me.
Yes. But I thought I would be here in person.
It's kind of like your first day, I guess.
Nothing says speaking to someone like using their mouth with your voice.
Eddie, what did you need again, boss?
We need to find out where we went. You went. Sandra! I'm very stressed. I had to talk to poor people and I gave money away for free.
Well, it's a left over there, and then that's where the pile of scrying orbs was.
So can you just make noise and we'll follow the noise? Pew, 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 pew. Music to my heart, and I resume back into Cleo.
Normally the lasers shouldn't knock someone out for that long, but she looks out cold.
Thank you for this tutorial. It is very appreciated.
Press A to jump.
I jumped. Can you help me pick up a really heavy vase?
Again, I'm tiny and have small wings.
Well-
and no limbs or thumbs.
But you've got spirit, and I've seen enough movies to know that's what wins the day. Nope. All right, back to Cleo. She's pewing. Do you hear the pews? Do we hear the pews?
I listen for pews.
Pew, pew, pew.
We follow the pews.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, make me a
pew
Miriam,
check?
you're our expert tracker here. Why don't you make me a survival check? Everyone else can make perception.
Looking for the natural 20 that I rolled.
Oh, natural 20.
Pew, 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 pew.
I break into a glass cabinet and pull out a blueprint.
Yeah, and on this blueprint, you can triangulate with your park ranger skills.
This whole mansion has a blueprint.
It's just for this floor.
Just this floor.
And just on this floor alone, it looks like there are like maybe 50 different rooms.
Does it have a little "you are here" triangle?
Yeah, it's magic paper. Yeah. Let's say that it does.
Great.
So there's just a blinking light. As soon as you touched it, Miriam, this little blinking dot appeared. And yeah, just based on your hearing, you think that a couple doors down, around a corner, there is a hotel suite that you think that you would be able to get closest to the sound.
All right, girls and Tom, I'm getting used to that. Follow me!
Pew, 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 pew.
Then we just walk.
Yep, we're walking.
Pew, 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 pew. You get there.
Yeah.
Riveting.
Genius.
There's a door. The room number is, you can decide.
69. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, you are standing for room 69.
Miriam opens the door.
We all like stop for 5 minutes, like 5 solid minutes, and just giggle at the door.
Yes, we do.
The door is locked.
Locked.
Devil, it seems to be locked.
I Tom reaches into Cleo's hair and pulls out a bobby pin.
Go ahead, make me a thieves tool check.
22.
Ooh.
And you open this door, it clean open. There's just a click, and it swings right open.
And then I put it back in Cleo's hair, fix up the little bit that I've let fall.
I don't notice anything.
You've gone back inside your being and you're like, pew, pew, pew.
You open the door and find a hotel room a bit smaller than yours, but just as extravagant and just as messed up. There appears to be a person who is just under a pile of blankets and discarded chip packets. They're out cold.
Is there anything left in the chip packets?
There are crumbs. You can assemble a single chip out of all the crumbs of different flavors.
Tom gets his finger and, like, you know when you wipe it in?
Oh,
just
wow.
to get as much of the flavour as possible, and then... Chicken.
Was it worth it, Tom?
No, it wasn't.
Where is the pewing coming from the
so
ceiling?
just above the bed in this room, you can see that you're directly underneath the pewing.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew.
And does it look like it's plaster, or is there like, what's the roof looking like?
I don't know. What would be plausible? It is a fantasy universe,
gyprock.
but
I
everything
can tell
have
it's gyprock.
Sure.
I know gyprock when I see it.
That's right, we had to do your drywall.
That's
okay.
right.
Miriam's going to take out her brand new greatsword, and she's going to try and like jigsaw her way through the ceiling to cut around roughly where the pewing is coming from.
Sure. This is probably like an athletics check, right?
Sure.
But like, this is going to be very difficult.
Okay. Not that great. Ooh, maths. 15.
You managed to get the sword in, which already is an impressive feat. Just a couple centimeters, and you get it stuck. You can't pull it back out.
Okay, so there's like a comic 5-minute thing where Miriam's just like dangling from the sword, like kicking, trying to like just doing pull-ups on it. Well, that's the end of the greatsword. You did good, kid. And then she kisses the hilt. Oh, I could have drunk out of you, damn it. Do you have any contributions?
Cleo is pewing with Sandra.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
All right, we got it.
And I'm just passively aggressive. Passively aggressively staring, that's a thing. Passively aggressively staring at Tom. Because that was the last thing I was looking at before. But you don't know that I've...
Right.
Presumably.
Wait, I don't know that you're looking at me, or I don't know that you're...
I'm not
present.
with you.
You're not with me. Oh, what have I done now? Is there any, like, grate in this room?
Not that you can see, no.
And what about this guy on the ground under the chip packets? Can we give him a little...
Yeah,
tap
how do
on
you
the-
wake him up?
How? Well, first I would delicately pat my paw on their face.
This is a patented cat technique. Watch.
And then when that doesn't work, I would take both paws and start like kneading in his chest.
And so slowly this person opens their eyes. Who are they? What do they look like?
Ooh. Their name is Dr. Doctorson. And they're a doctor of golden hamsters. And they have a stethoscope around their neck.
And he wakes up and, oh, I saw the most interesting thing on the dance floor last night. A golden hamster. I wanted to, who are you? What?
Hello, I'm Tom.
Well, what are you doing in my hotel?
I want to know how to get into your roof.
I don't know.
Wait. You said your hotel?
My hotel room.
Oh, damn.
Dr. Doctorson, nice to... What are you doing here?
Miriam Gargoyles, Park Ranger of the xan'moxie Park Wilds.
Oh, is this a Park Wilds affair?
No, well, in a way...
I've never littered, if that's what you're asking.
That's good. Because if you had littered, then that would be a problem.
A capital offense?
Indeed.
I believe there's a whole lot of litter in here. So you're lying.
Well,
These lands are out of your jurisdiction, Park Ranger.
for now...
So I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing in my hotel room?
I already told you we want to get in your roof.
And I don't know.
Well, what good are you then? Should have left you down there. You were less annoying.
But what's that pewing sound? And he gets up on the bed and he gets his stethoscope and just puts it on the... Huh.
Pew pew pew.
Interesting. Okay.
Sandra, is that short for something? Is it short for Cassandra?
Is it like Morse code?
Is Sandra short for something?
No.
Great, it's just Sandra. There's probably like a silent X in there or something. Make it fantasy.
Yes.
No, there's not.
All right, cool.
It's just Sandra.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
World building's meant to be a collaborative process.
Yeah. You suggested something and I said no. Tell me better teamwork than that.
No
Do
and.
improv.
Dr. Doctorson, you've got medical opinions. We were all knocked unconscious by something at this party. There's whole rooms of unconscious people back there.
You've clearly never been to this hotel before.
Okay, that was mean.
Well, if this was your first Dionasty party,
Then I
can make
would
a
know
known.
the thing that you were about to say next.
well, he's the archfey of wine and party time. It's always a big revelry time.
Right. And it's usual not to remember anything after said party.
Not if you've imbibed his wine. It's very strong.
Okay. So that explains why we don't remember anything. That doesn't explain this very rude note that we received. Does this look legitimate to you?
Yes, what did you get up to last night? 50,000 xan'moxie.
I know it's very unreasonable. Well, anyway. She pockets the note.
From the vent, I'm like, what are you doing? Are you here? Are you through? I can't see anything. Miriam? Tom?
You can come back at any time, may I remind you? I scream into the ceiling.
I'm not good at manual labor.
All right, well, we're not getting any further here, girls and Tom. We've got to do something.
I go back into Cleo body now.
Go to West, right?
I go back into my body.
Yep. Bloop.
You have to make that sound each
The
time.
Sims
Every
icon
time.
returns to your head.
Yeah. Globbly gobble gob gobble Grrr. Oh my god, D&D Sims, sorry. New genre. Who's this?
This is Dr. Doctorson.
Hello.
Are they important to us?
Well, they've revealed that Donnie, who's the host of this party, usually parties pretty wild, and everyone forgets what happened if they drink from the wine, which I'm assuming we did.
That does sound familiar, I think. Anyway, it was nice to not meet you, Doctor.
Can I get back to my chip sleep?
Yes, get down. Get down and shut up.
He grabs all the empty chip packets and just makes a blanket and just goes back to sleep.
Like, does he sew it? Like a nice quilt?
He just gets like a clump together and kind of just,
Right.
like a pile of leaves.
And as a doctor.
Ugh.
Okay, well, I can't think of another way to get up there. Can you?
Not really. Why is there a sword in the wall?
I got it stuck.
Okay. Can I use a cantrip?
You may.
I want to Eldritch Blast the ceiling.
Seems reasonable. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little doctor.
Can you make me 3 different attack rolls?
Oh my god.
3. All right.
3.
All right, what do you need to know first? Ooh, there you go.
I mean, just all of them.
Oh, so I got a 17, an unnatural 20, and a 9.
So you spend some time barraging the ceiling with... What does your new Eldritch Blast look like now that you have a celestial patron?
It looks like pew.
Is it just like a larger version of Sandra's eye laser?
Yeah.
Great. Just golden light coming out of your fingertips. And the cracks appear across the ceiling, and it looks like it's about to give way.
We should probably
Oh, Tom.
Exit.
Miriam, maybe we should leave.
Is Dr. Doctorson still sleeping in the bed underneath it?
He's like next to the bed.
Okay.
There might be some fall off.
Nah, I continue. Blast, another blast, another
And
blast.
the ceiling breaks and a cascade of scrying orbs falls down.
Are they like brittle things, scrying orbs?
No, they're thick. God, we've never actually described this before. Oh, so much world building today.
You described mine as being like a brick phone.
Yes, you have the Nokia brick version of a scrying
Great.
orb.
Thank you. Thank
Like
you.
they're about as heavy as like a mug, and they're round. I wouldn't say they're easily breakable. They're all just varying shades of purple and pink.
Okay. Okay, cool. So they like dung 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 onto the ground.
There is a lot of them. Like,
Okay.
Does mine have voice activation?
I bet yours would.
Do they have Giri?
Giri, we're gonna go with Giri.
Gary.
Giri.
What about Gary?
Okay, Gary.
My
Gary,
my
okay.
beautiful, rich tapestry of a world. Sandra and Gary.
Short for Garrelgax.
I didn't quite hear that.
Okay, Gary. Gary, can you... Gary. Gary.
I didn't quite hear that.
Gary!
This goes on for an hour.
You see a light. Wait, so is only your personal scrying orb assistant named Gary, since it's the only one responding?
Yeah.
Sure. You see some light emanating from behind some of the orbs. Looks like Gary's buried behind it.
Nah, Gary. Why don't you never work, Gary? I just shake it furiously.
Gary, what do you do for work? Why, Cleo, I am your personal assistant.
Gary, set an alarm to sell you on eBay.
Zan eBay.
Setting alarm to throw me in the bay.
I just swipe to open and like do it manual stuff.
I'm gonna look for the imp.
Cleo, you have a bunch of missed calls.
From whom?
From most of them are from one of them's from Moriel, your patron. Most of them are from your servants.
Servant number 1, servant number 84.
It seems like it would be less work to name them individual names.
I've named one.
What's that?
Servant number 1B.
Right, got to start somewhere.
There, you see some messages from servant 1B.
Wait, is he your favorite servant?
No, but I when they were hired, I got them confused, and then it found out they were two different entities, and was like, well, you're just 1B now.
There are two messages, and they say, "Hey, mistress, what up? UK?"
Are you dating servant 1B?
What time
Maybe.
Did the message,
What was that?
what time did the message come in? Was this like at 2 a.m.?
Oh yeah, it was like a 3 a.m. Like all of your like the missed calls are from your various servants. Like there are a couple other messages like, "Are you okay? Where are you? You've been gone a while. You said you'd be back by now. I'm calling the Xanguard."
Oh, wow.
How long, like, are they from just the night before?
Yeah.
Morning? Okay. So it's not like been days.
My lord. And is my is the imp somewhere under the orbs?
No, I think yes. Let's say she is because we have half an hour left and very little has happened. I'm sorry, everyone.
What do
I
you mean?
think everything has happened.
It's like the
Sandra,
Seinfeld of
gold-plated hamsters. This isn't the stuff of dreams.
full
I don't know
world.
what is.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna...
Boblina just like her still bathed in golden light just falls to the ground on top of this pile of scrying orbs. Miriam, you also find yours. It's easy to find. It's the only brick. It is like a brick shape.
Perfect. And then she fits it into like a brick-shaped compartment on her belt, like a utility belt, and just like clicks in. And then she's gonna... Oh, sorry, did you want to do something?
Well, I was just going to say, are orbs like iPhones? Like, if I were to steal one, is that, like, pointless?
I think you could definitely like find a way to like wipe it and make it yours and because Tom doesn't have a scrying orb. We've established that.
Yeah.
But you can swipe one and pocket one if you'd like.
Sick. Let's
So much continuity for this show.
Good luck. Okay, so Miriam's gonna take Boblina and gently shake her awake.
And the light fades. Where am I?
Don't worry.
Get off, Boblina!
Don't struggle.
Did you just refer to yourself in the third person?
Boblina didn't.
Is this like a double?
What are you doing with my orbs?
Boblina, these aren't your orbs.
This one's mine. It's always been mine.
Yes, they are. Boblina found them.
Where did you find them, Boblina? Where? She's holding her head.
I got them off all of those corpses.
They're not corpses, they're real people.
You're going to have to teach me your ways.
Boblina likes to crawl around in the vents,
Oh, I can't fit in there.
jump out, grab shiny orbs.
Boblina, something terrible happened to us, and we received this note. And I pull it out. Do you recognize this handwriting?
Yes,
Whose is it?
squiggly golden lettering from the concierge.
Ah, the concierge. Well, you must have the beat on this place. Maybe you can take us there.
Sure, if you give my orbs back.
Oh, you could have some of the orbs, I suppose.
But not this one. It is mine.
All right, why don't you just take 2 for now, and we'll get the rest on the way back.
She happily grabs 2 of them and just is hovering around you, holding these 2 scrying orbs, which are about as big as her head.
Keeps her hands busy.
Right this way.
Okay.
And she leads you down to the closest elevator. You have to press the button because I am holding these 2 orbs.
And for no other reason.
Yes.
You've referred to yourself in the first person now.
I have inconsistent characterization.
I press the button. Which one? Which one do I press?
Down.
Down. I have to narrate myself as I push buttons now, apparently.
A moment later, the elevator opens with a ding. There is a past bellhop inside.
Oh, 1 minute. Can we get Sandra
me to
back
hold
with
the
us?
Yeah, you can just unsummon her and summon her at any time.
Okay, cool.
That's a
Goodbye,
good thing.
Sandra.
She's gone. It's her little pocket dimension. Pew pew.
Okay, cool. So we're in the lift with the bellhop. We need to go. Where are we going?
G.
G. I look through the floors.
There is 1 G, and there are hundreds of floors.
Oh, opulence. And what floor are we on now? Can we tell that?
69, baby.
Hey. Okay, cool. I hit G.
Yep. And you begin descending as the numbers light up and go down. And Miriam, you have a vibration coming from your
The G spot.
your brick pouch.
I go for the brick pouch.
Yep. It's Cyrena.
Cyrena!
I think she saved your phone as co-worker Cyrena.
Co-worker and not friend Cyrena. I is it a call or is it
it's a call.
I take it and I put her. You're on speaker, Cyrena.
Miriam, where are you?
We're in a lift. Are you okay?
No,
You don't sound great.
my man.
What?
I'm heartbroken, Miriam.
Oh no!
How I wanted everything to go.
How did you want it to go? Help me! Help me!
Hello, how are you?
Oh, we're on the phone here with Cleo and Tom. They're good at relationships.
You doing well? You sound good.
Life is fleeting.
It was cheating on me.
Oh, that's awful. I know that.
I know it was a really quick engagement. I've only known him a couple weeks, but it was love, Miriam.
I felt that too. Where are you, Cyrena? We'll come and get you.
I think I'm at the spa.
The spa. And where's the spa?
I think there's a button that just says spa in the elevator.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
That's weird they put that sound effect when I pressed it.
Miriam, can you get me Like a pancake?
Oh, yes, I suppose we could get a pancake. I look for a button that says kitchen.
There is a button that says kitchen.
I press the button that says kitchen. What sound does it make?
It makes the sound of when you are popping popcorn, but not in the microwave, specifically on the stove.
Well, that's unique. Cool, yeah, so I guess we're going to go to her floor first, which is the spa, and then we're going to go back up to the kitchen?
Sure. You go to the spa floor, and you just see steam instantly enters the elevator as you see a long corridor with different doorways into private spa rooms.
Okay, cool. Do we still have Cyrena on the phone? Mm-hmm. Cyrena, dear, I'm a little bit worried about the intentions of your betrothed. Do you know where we left our weapons when we got here?
We checked them into security.
Of course.
Because there's a no weapon policy.
Because it's an engagement party.
Yeah.
Of course.
It was honestly kind of rude how you all showed up with weapons.
Look.
No one else did.
Mine is a cane, I'll have you know.
It would have ruined my engagement.
Well, it sounds like it was ruined already. There we go.
You're supposed to be helping.
Sorry. Death will come to us all.
Have we reached the kitchen yet?
Oh, I thought you were grabbing Cyrena first.
Cyrena,
yes.
get in.
Yes, yes, we grab Cyrena.
She's like
first.
right outside, like
In
the first door you
spa.
find.
Is she in a spa robe?
No, she's in the spa itself. The spa is just filled with champagne. There are just upturned bottles in the spa. Just
Oh, there, Cyrena. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Have you seen him?
Oh, Don, right?
Don Dionasty.
Don Dionasty.
Archfey of wine and party time.
Archfey of wine and party pooper.
I was gonna be Mrs. Dionasty.
You were.
But you're not now.
Thank you, Tom.
And I never will be.
Now you're just crying in a spa alone. Anyway, come with us.
Miriam, can you kill him?
She pulls out her Xan orb and then checks the traditions on ritual killings of failed engagement parties of husbands. Is it part of the etiquette?
It's technically murder, but you are allowed to murder people on park wild grounds, which this is not. But maybe there's a courtyard somewhere?
Okay. We might be able to kill him under very certain circumstances.
Not for me to say this because I literally used to work for a law firm based in hell, but this is a bit dark.
She's clearly grieving, Cleo. Can't
And
you?
I'm running out of time and I need to move the plot along.
All right.
The plot of land in the courtyard.
Yes. So we
Okay,
can
well,
move it
get
close.
in the lift and stop moaning. Maybe we'll kill you too. We're killing everybody now. And I just kick a corpse next to him.
That's the bellboy.
Well, he's a dead boy now.
Okay, we'll go to the kitchen. We'll make a pancake. Tom will need your help with that, by the way.
Don't forget the pancake. There's no time.
All right. And then we'll find him.
Does my dress look okay?
It's wet.
Terrible.
He's going to hate it. That's probably why he dumped you.
Tom!
Yes?
I'm the one with the bad social skills.
But there is no norm right now. We're murdered, then it's rude to say honest things. I'm done. I'm confused. And I just splash Cyrena with water.
Oh, thank you, Cleo.
See, I just don't know. Now everybody Everybody get in the lift!
Okay.
Gary, shut up! Gary's alarms come on to take him to the bay.
Your ringtone sounds. Dun, 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 dun. I'm rich. Sell Gary on Zan eBay.
Later, set a reminder for tomorrow.
Where are you headed?
We're going to the kitchen, right?
No,
No garden.
We decided that we don't have time for that.
Oh,
Where's the
okay.
garden at?
Sure.
There's like almost 20 minutes left, and we need to get through a whole combat.
Okay.
We click garden.
We don't know that. We need to kill Don in the garden, but he might not be there.
But
Where
he
did you see him
might be
last?
there.
He might be.
We'll lure him there with party time. You know how to party?
Why don't we get a better looking Sheila than this one? Put her out there, and he might be coaxed into it.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Fine, I will use my mask of many faces and will be a prettier Cyrena.
Okay, so do we go through like a montage of like, but what if you had the eyebrows a whole inch higher?
It's like, yeah, we've somehow made the courtyard area into like changing rooms, and I come out like a bride, like this one, and then you're all sitting there with cake and champagne, and I'm like strutting, and then like.
And like Cyrena's still crying, but she's totally like.
yeah, great.
This one, and then I go in the changing room and then change my form. What about this one?
Oh yeah, he'd absolutely love that one.
Great, we'll pick this one.
All right, now we just need to draw him here.
I guess you should wait here.
I just want to establish that the character I've resumed the form of is identical to Cyrena. I just don't have her personality.
Yeah, I think this is the one. You're like really hot.
Great. Wow. Okay. Is there like a little one of these kind of little podium like speaker things for I don't know the courtyard? High tea is now served.
Yeah, there's like a little gazebo.
Yeah. Okay.
Very large courtyard.
We've got to the gazebo. I look for the announcement speaker.
Yeah, it's just like a small scrying that's just stuck into the podium.
Okay. And like I heavily mouth breathe into it for a second because I don't realize it started yet. I'm like, Don, please attend the gazebo for a much more romantic wedding
To a heaps hot bird.
for a hot bird.
I'm sexy. Oh la la.
Or if
Life is-
somebody doesn't come soon, I'll try and take her.
Oh yes, Tom.
Some moments pass, and you hear some giggling and incoming footsteps from further away. And in walks a man with a peacock for a head, wearing a toga stained with wine. At either side, he has two beautiful ladies. And he walks in the courtyard. What's this about some hot girls? Hot bird? Fried chicken?
Here's your fried chicken, and I point at Cleo.
Oh, hey, babe.
Bark, 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 bark.
Oh, role play. I'm into it. Yeah. What's up? Did you sleep well?
I'm sexy, and now?
Now!
And I fire an Eldritch Blast at his face.
Roll initiative.
That's how all my like chicken-based fighting fantasies go.
I've got a 7.
19.
I've got a good old 2, which is ironic because I went first.
Sorry, what did Miriam get?
7. You were too busy bucking.
So it's Tom's go first, but Cleo, your Eldritch Blast does go off. So why don't we roll that?
Pew, pew, pew. This is like a hens do.
You rolled twice.
Oh, come on. Hen, chicken, never mind. I deserve at least 10 groans. Yay, thank you.
That's what you get. Okay.
That was plus. That was a 14.
A 14 will not hit. Don Dionasty swivels and throws one of the babes at his side into the line of fire.
about this anymore.
Tough
we're
break,
watching the
chickadee.
What happens to her?
She is engulfed in golden light and falls to the ground.
I'm okay.
But you get to make a second Eldritch Blast.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's better. That's 17.
That will hit.
Yes. Yes, honey. Doing the thing.
10.
Nice.
So a streak of golden light erupts from your fingertips, and Don tries to grab the other girl and shove her into the line of fire, but she pushes back and runs off back into the hotel, and he is struck for 10 radiant force damage.
Yes, force damage, yep.
Great. So it's Tom's turn. Top of initiative.
So, where is Don right now in relation to me? Is he facing me? Is he facing
I guess you were in the gazebo with Miriam, right? Because you were...
Yeah.
So he is in the center of this large courtyard, but you could get to him using all your movement.
Okay. So, I want to pounce.
Oh, I do have weapons. Sorry.
Yep.
Am I doing it wrong?
No. You're
doing
good.
great.
I'm good?
And remember, you do have claws.
Yeah, no. We're getting there. And the idea, is he facing me or is he facing away? Where's he at?
Let's say he's facing away. He's got his attention on the fake Cyrena Cleo.
Great. So I want to kind of claw into his back.
Oh.
And like a chalkboard situation.
Oh, yeah, roll with advantage.
Damn.
Yeah, natural 20.
Yeah.
Not 20. All right, so that's a d4 for your claws, which, again, we have established counts for your sneak attack. So that's 2d4, and then your sneak attack, which is 3d6, doubled, so 6d6.
Oh my god.
I'll lend one of mine.
That's a lot of thinking.
All of the d6s.
Plus your dexterity.
So we got 7 with... Oh, she just did.
I'll just do
So we got
this
7,
And then we got 11,
so 18,
and what's that? 8, 11 again.
29.
29 damage.
Oh my goodness. 29 damage.
Yeah.
29
Oh,
yes,
Good for 29 damage.
Absolutely. That's a nice round of
like
golf
a-
applause
It's
from that
more
very
than
quiet whisper. Thank you so much. That's about 29 damage.
Is anyone else?
But yeah, Tom, you pounce from the gazebo and land on his back and just begin dragging down. You tear through his toga as ribbons of blood drip down his back, and he shrieks in pain. Did you do anything else?
No, but when it happens, the sound is the sound of like fingernails down a chalkboard.
Oh.
And that's what really does the damage.
Could everyone make a Constitution save?
Oh, Miriam's good.
Yeah.
21.
Yep.
18.
16.
Look, everyone's having a bad time with that sound, but they're okay. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
Don's turn, and he turns around and, what's going on? And sees you, and he pulls out a goblet that was just on a belt in his side, a golden goblet, and he brings it near his face as a torrent of wine rushes from it, forming a large wine sword.
Is it organic wine? I'm allergic to sulfites.
Premium vintage, baby. Oh. And he brings it around in a sweep, attacking you, Tom. What is your AC?
14.
That is going to hit you, and you are going to take 14 damage.
Ooh.
And I need you to make me a Constitution save.
12.
You feel a bit tipsy.
Can I ask, like, is it Pinot Noir? Shiraz? Maybe a GSM?
So it feels like you've just had a mouthful of it, and it's whatever wine you want it to be.
Ooh.
If you don't like wine, then it's something you'd rather have.
No, I love wine. Oh, it's going to be like a It's going to be a nice Pinot from the Martin Brewery.
14 minutes, Tom. 14 minutes. No time for wine journeys.
Delicious.
Yeah, you are taken aback slightly, feel a bit tipsy in the head as Dionasty sweeps around and tries to... he calls to the heavens, and how dare you do this to me? This is my hotel. And you hear a rumbling as a torrent of wine bursts through the tiles in this courtyard from beneath all of your feet. Ooh. I need you all to make me a dexterity save.
Ooh. Come on, Dex. Oh.
15.
Unnatural 20.
14.
You all sidestep as these wine geysers...
Like in one moment. In like one movement. We're like, and sidestep.
Yeah.
We've been practicing. Good.
Zigga zigga. Bang.
You all sidestep out of these wine geysers. They continue to push wine through, and he has his wine saber now ready to attack. But it is Miriam's turn.
Great. So I don't have my weapons or my armor. Is that correct?
Correct.
Great. Cool. Okay. Feeling good. I'm going to tackle him to the ground. Yes.
Great. Yeah, make me an athletics check. This is a grapple.
Yes. Athletics plus 7 is 16.
Ooh, that is not enough.
Damn you, slippery Don!
You go to grab him with both hands, and he turns to you and just holds you back with one hand.
I resent that. And then she's going to take out her brick phone, which is the only weapon she has. I mean, brick orb. Thank you. Brick orb. And then she's going to, I guess, club him with it.
Sure. I guess this is like your second action as part of your double attack.
Yes,
yeah.
That's right.
Great. Yeah, make me an improvised weapon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, even worse. Am I proficient with brick orb?
Because all of you like to hit people with things, you all just are proficient with improvised weapons.
Great. So that would be a 12.
You conk him on his peacock head, and it doesn't faze him at all.
Devil!
And it's Cleo's turn. You are standing before him.
How much wine is there near him?
Well, there's the 3 geysers of wine coming out from the floor next to you, Miriam, and Tom. I guess Irena's just watching from behind a topiary. And there's also the wine that's just flowing from his goblet, shaped as a blade.
I aim for the blade with sacred flame.
Ooh, yeah.
Alcohol goes boom. Pew pew.
Let's not check the science of that.
No, I think we need to do a live demonstration of, what was it, a Pinot Noir?
Yes.
The flammability of Pinot Noir.
So I made a dex save to see if that worked, and it failed.
Oh.
So, in fact, you summon a green flame in trying to sever this wine saber, and it just glows and turns to white wine.
Oh, no.
I am now a winemaker.
You
Not
ruined
helping.
It. You
And now we're back to Tom.
ruined it.
Tom, your turn.
All right. Well, I don't have any weapons, do I? I'm weaponless.
You've got your claws.
I mean, I got my claws. I just, I wanted to do something more inventive than that. All right. Well, am I still right next to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Am I on the ground? Like, have I been knocked?
You've not been knocked over. But you're about to fall over just because, again, so tipsy, just really heavy. You feel nice.
Ugh. All right. Okay, well, alcohol tends to make me very confident. So I think this newfound confidence would allow Tom to maybe like ankle tap with the claws. And when I say that, I mean like Achilles kind of style.
Yeah, roll with disadvantage because you're drunk. But yeah, go for the
Do you not
heels.
hear the bit where I'm confident?
You're the
You
physio
think you're
from
confident.
hell.
What am I doing?
Oh.
It's just an attack roll. Or are you trying to trip him? Are you trying to hurt him or trip him?
No, I'm hurting him.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're good.
I'm hurting
Candace.
him.
What have I got to add?
So take the lower result of the two you
Well,
rolled.
17.
Ooh, with a 17, you hit him.
Yeah, I do.
Roll damage with sneak attack, because Miriam is nearby.
I'm a threat!
Can I have a D6?
Yeah, there you go.
What do we got? 7, 8, 9.
Plus your dexterity is 12, I believe.
16.
Oh, it's totally bogus, man! And you deal some damage. He crouches a bit, and he drops his wine saber.
Wine saber.
I want one of these.
And the wine is still flowing, and it is his turn. And he goes to pick it up. And he picks it up. And he's going to continue attacking you, Tom. That's definitely going to hit.
Ooh,
4. 14 damage again.
Oh, Tom's down.
Tom!
You are blackout drunk on the ground.
Imagine how confident I'd be now.
Oh.
And then he motions to these geysers of wine that are still around, and they turn into arms. And one of them attempts to grapple you, Miriam.
You can try. Maybe you can try 13.
Yeah, you are suspended by a muscly wine fist.
Damn it!
And one goes for you, Cleo. I need you to make me an athletics check or acrobatics, whichever is higher.
I'm gonna go with a 17.
Yeah, you dodge it. Pew! As the arm comes crashing down, and you get out of the way. And it is Miriam's turn.
Do I still have my Park Ranger badge, which is my arcane focus for...
Yeah, I think you'd wear that with any formal outfit.
Absolutely, yes. So I'm going to use my Horizon Walker spell, Misty Step, and Misty Step out of the reach, and then appear straight in front of Don, and go for 2 swipes with a brick phone in his face.
Yep. How does your Misty Step look?
I don't want to say I disappear into clovers, but I disappear into clovers.
And you appear in front of this archfey.
Yeah.
Attack with advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one is I was proficient with it. So am I using strength modifier for it? Yes. That's 18.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then the second attack is over 19.
They will both hit. Roll damage.
Okay, 2d4.
Yes. 2d4 plus your strength twice.
Twice. Maths is fun. It's 5. That was hard. I'm so sorry. 5 plus my strength twice, which is 8. 13.
Yep. You clobber him over the head twice, and he's looking a bit woozy, but it's still up. And it's Cleo's turn.
I am going to use Flaming Sphere.
Sure. Where I assume next to him, right?
Yeah, I want an uppercut, like an uppercut attack.
Oh yeah, sure. So it comes out of the ground. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so
your face.
you're casting as an action and using your bonus action to ram it into him.
Yes.
Cool. He makes a dex save. And your spell save is...
Huh?
Your spell save is...
13.
He dodges out of the way and takes half damage.
Woo! So, all right. Can I borrow your D6?
I'm going to shout out, Cyrena, help our friend Tom! They've had too much to drink!
Splash, splash.
That was 10.
Is that after halved?
No, 5.
Cool. Yep. Does this flaming sphere look like a fist?
It looks like Sandra.
Oh, rad. So it's just like a flaming Sandra.
A flaming Sandra, which is also the name of a cocktail. But it's just orangeade.
Oh.
So he steps out of the way of this flaming sphere, but the wings get him, and he gets a little bit singed. And it is now Tom's turn. Cyrena comes up to you, and oh, right, I guess I am a park ranger. I know the same spells that Miriam does.
Remember your training, cure wounds.
Cure wounds, splash, splash. Tom, you're up for 8. The rest of you see Cyrena take out a flask, and she kisses it, and it glows, and she just pours it over Tom, and you spring awake, clear-headed, no longer drunk.
Is there anything around me? Is there any...
There's Cyrena.
Cyrena.
Throw Cyrena.
Can I throw Cyrena at Don?
Absolutely. That's an athletics check.
No.
You don't have to throw Cyrena.
No, I want to. I really, really want to.
She just helped us. Okay.
Good. That is a 16.
Yeah, you are filled with... I think there was something in Cyrena's flask, because you feel amazing. You spring up and you just grab Cyrena, and are you just hurling her?
Oh, yeah. Like, I've almost, like, crumpled her up into a ball. Like what are those, like, armadillos or something? Like, rolls up. And then
You just bowl her at Don Dionasty, and she also says, "I'm also a druid!" And in midair, she wild shapes into a killer whale.
Yeah.
A killer whale!
Preserving the momentum of the throw.
So can she say, like, in slow motion while she turns into a whale, splash, splash, bitch?
She does.
Yes.
And she knocks into her ex-fiancé with destructive force.
As a killer whale.
I also feel like this would be quite cathartic.
Yeah.
And
We're doing this for you.
And I'm also a park ranger, so I can legally kill him.
Oh, yeah.
As she's about to make contact with her ex-fiancé, and she opens her maw wide and just eats him.
Cyrena, I never thought it would be so beautiful seeing you devour that man.
I'm scarred.
She turns back into her regular self, and she's just on the ground, and she burps as bones come out of her mouth. This feels right.
It's what we were saying the whole time. Dev comes to us all. I wasn't specific.
So, Miriam, we're friends forever, right?
Yes, Cyrena, we're friends forever, and we have to swear at each other to secrecy that we didn't technically kill anyone in this garden.
Sure. All right.
And that works because no one can remember us here.
All right. Great. Let's fade to black now.
And fade to black. Miriam looks at the camera.
That's been our show. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I hope you have fun.
We're on our last seconds. We've been asked to wrap it up. That's what it said.
Wasn't that a thrilling conclusion? Join us next time for another riveting installment of Dungeons and Drag Quiz! Dungeons and Drag Quiz is a production of Cleo and the Queens. For more information, head to thequeens.com.au. That's the kwqueens.com.au. The City of xan'moxie is written and run by the DM up in your DMs, Pete Distapan. The sultry voice of Cleo Fallcharges was none other than AJ Lamarck. Ranger Park Ranger Miriam Gargoyles was, of course, Jack Gorman. The terrific tones of Tomcat provided courtesy of Candace Gallimore. Titles, credits, and additional writing performed by the disembodied voice of Ryan James Pearson. And a special thanks to Danny Johnstone of D Johnstone Music for the D&DQ theme song. Follow D&DQ AU on Twitter and Facebook to stay up to date with the latest D&DQ news. That's all for now. Until next time, the City of xan'moxie bids you adieu.